Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's so lovely to have you back here. My name is Oleri Odiodio. I'm a transformational style coach as well as personal brand expert. And on this channel, I talk about style for women in leadership. I talk about leadership and I talk about self-improvement. So if you're in any way interested in any of these topics, please consider subscribing. Also consider turning on your notification bell so that you don't miss any upload from me. Today's topic is how to graduate from princess to queen. In today's world, in today's climate, the idea of princess treatment, princess energy is something that's very much talked about, but no one talks about becoming a queen. In fact, I've come across a couple of videos where people talk down actually on being a queen, and being a princess is the ultimate thing to aspire to. Well, the word of God tells us different. And as children of God, it's important where we draw inspiration from. Do you draw your inspiration from femininity coaches, from dark feminine energy goddesses, or do you draw your inspiration from God? Do you draw your inspiration from the world, or do you draw your inspiration from the word? So today I'm going to be telling you why you need to graduate from princess to queen. And of course, we'll be taking cues from the word of God. What does the word of God really tell us about queenship? Let's jump right into today's video. So let's compare first a princess and a queen. A princess is more like a young girl. A queen is more a woman. And this has nothing to do with age per se, because a queen could have features of a girl in that she could be a young woman, but her mentality, she's graduated, her persona, she's graduated mentally from just a girl to a woman. Secondly, a princess is born, but a queen is made. So a princess is a girl child that's born to a king and a queen. You cannot work yourself to become a princess. You are born a princess. It's not a position that you work for. A queen, however, is made. So in the olden days, princesses were married to princes, heirs of throne, and they become queen. And there were trainings, there were things that they would need to go through to prepare them for that position. There are queens, however, that were made by virtue of them not being a princess. They were just women that happened to be at the right place at the right time. Let's take Queen Esther in the Bible, for example. Queen Esther wasn't born royalty. She wasn't a princess or anything, but she was chosen to become queen. So that's a very fine distinction. Princesses are born and queens are made. And what do we know about being made? When you are made for something, when you are made as opposed to born for something, you are prepared for it. You're born with all the privileges. You didn't need to learn to become a princess. But a queen, however, is made in that she had to learn, however, she had to develop certain skills to become a queen. So this leads me to my first point. In queenship is where you can fulfill purpose. Every single one of us, we were called for a purpose. And if you leave this earth without fulfilling your purpose, what a waste it will be. So queenship is where you can fulfill purpose, because in fulfilling purpose, you need to have attained some form of self-mastery. Let's take Queen Esther again, for example. Queen Esther's purpose was to free her people. Remember when her uncle Mordecai said, who knows if God set you in a place like this for a time like this? The Jews, there was a plot against the Jews by Haman to be exterminated. And Queen Esther, who just happened to be queen at the time, happened to be in a place where she was able to free her people, to bring freedom and justice to her people. But she didn't just do this by accident. She had to prepare. She had to pray. She had to be tactful. There are things that she had to do to bring freedom to her people. Do you think she would have been able to wield that level of strategy if she was just a princess? No, a princess is still stuck in her girl mode. She hasn't developed into the woman who has the ability to fulfill purpose. So you can only fulfill purpose in queenship because you have gone through that trial phase. You have gained self-mastery. You have gone through turbulence and you've molded yourself you've become adaptable to a particular office where you can wield a certain level of power. A princess, however, is stuck in this experimental phase, in this self-discovery phase, and they don't really graduate out of that phase, and they're still stuck in that girl child, that carefree, that nothing is too serious, that it's not that deep, it's not that serious kind of mentality. And in that place, in that headspace, you cannot fulfill purpose. So one reason why you need to graduate from princess to queen is because in queenship is where you can fulfill purpose. The second reason why you need to graduate from princess to queen is because in queenship is where you can truly serve. Interestingly, I'm reading the book of Esther, so that's why I'm making lots of references, and I believe so much in principles. I believe that if we can model after Esther, then we can get Esther's results. So in queenship is where you can serve people, and leadership is not about ruling per se. It's about service. Again, let's take Queen Esther as an example. Queen Esther was called to serve her people. It's when you've attained queenship that you can look beyond yourself and understand that if I've been called to a purpose, I've been called to serve a certain people. Again, a queen is not meant for everyone. You were not meant to serve everyone, but there are people that you were meant to serve. The truth is, only you can serve the people that you've been called to serve in the way that they should be served. So when you attain queenship, you understand that you have a purpose that's bigger than you. A princess, however, is selfish. A princess is all about me, myself, and I. But a queen, however, has graduated from that childish mode, from that mode of me, myself, and I, and has entered into the realm of who can I serve with my gifts. Again, let's take Queen Esther. Queen Esther was beautiful. Queen Esther's beauty, not just physically, but physically and inwardly, made her catch the eye of the king, and she became queen. But it didn't just stop there. So a princess is someone that will just glory in the fact that, oh, I was chosen by the king, I'm the queen, and that's where it ends. But the queen, someone that's called to queenship, when you've attained that queenship position, is you understand that I am called to just more than what serves me. I am called to serve other people. And in queenship is where you can truly serve in the capacity that you can. Because again, a queen has more autonomy. A queen has more authority than a princess. A queen literally rules the kingdom. A queen is like joint heirs with the king, right? And in some cases, a queen is actually the ruler. So a queen is actually the leader, rather. I don't want to say ruler. In some cases, the queen is actually the leader. Let's take the late Queen Elizabeth, right? She was a queen of England. She was a queen at the time, so she was the leader. But again, queenship is not a position that's called to rule per se, but a queen is someone that's called to serve. A queen is someone that represents her people. A queen is someone that looks for the good of her people. So perhaps you're a coach, a consultant, you're an expert, or maybe you have a 9-to-5, right? But you've been called to certain people. You've been called to serve. And looking at your responsibility more from the point of what can I give? How can I serve? Rather than what can I get, is how you actually attain queenship. It's actually how you operate in queenship. Again, a princess is more transactional. A princess is more, what can I get? But a queen, however, is how can I serve these people that have been called to serve? So the third reason why you need to graduate from princess to queen is that is a queen that's married to a king. So a princess doesn't get married to a king. So even if a princess gets married to a king, she needs to attain queenship to truly match up. If you are a single woman, maybe you were yet to get married and you are thinking in terms of, oh, you know, I want a rich man, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's more than just having a rich man. No. A queen understands that she's called to a king. She's not just called to anybody, she's called to a king. So she's called to a leader, and that's a man that has attained self-mastery, self-actualization. That's a man in his leadership. So a man who can lead effortlessly. That's who a queen is meant for. When you attain queenship, you stop wasting your time with men who are still stuck in self-discovery phase, still stuck in trying to experiment. Who am I? Trying to find out who they are per se. No, a queen is someone that's called to a man who is in his leadership. He's in his leadership era. He understands things like purpose. He understands assignment. He understands calling, right? He understands these things, and he's operating fully in his capacity, in who God has called him to be. So that's who a queen is meant for. So when you're stuck in that princess mode is where you attract different kinds of men, men that are not serious, men that are cheats, men that are liars, men that are not consistent, because those men are men that have not attained self-mastery. They've not really morphed into the person, into the man that God has called them to be. But a queen is not called to men like that. A queen is called to a king, someone who is self-actualized, someone who is already walking in his purpose. So this is why you need to graduate from princess to queen. So if you're a coach, an expert, a consultant, you are in the C-suite, or you're looking to get promotion at your place of work, morphing into queenship is one very fast way to achieve your goals. I hope you really found this video helpful. If you did, share this video with a fellow sister, share this video with a friend, share this video with a fellow woman, because this is a message that every woman needs to hear. Don't forget to like this video, thumbs up, because when you like this video, it tells the algorithm that this is a video that other people would find interesting, and it pushes it out even more. Again, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss any upload from me. I hope you found today's video super helpful. I'll see you again next week. Stay fabulous.